Welcome back, everyone. I am Shade of Dead, and today we are looking at Creeper World 3 Arc Eternal. This is the third one in the series by the indie game developer KnuckleCracker. KnuckleCracker consists of basically one guy. Virgil is his name. He has been making these Creeper games for some time. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. Or heard of these games. They're super addicting. They are, for anybody who's played Civilization, you know how you get into that one more turn kind of mentality? Well, there's not really turns in this, but there has been more than one time that I've looked up and it was, a couple hours before I should go to bed and say, oh, I can play some more. And then I look up and it's a couple hours before I'm supposed to wake up. It really seems to suck me in. Fluid dynamics, I don't know why. It's just one of my favorite things to play with in a game. I'm kind of a sucker for it myself. But I kind of wanted to just show you guys a little bit of this and talk about a couple things. One thing is, KnuckleCracker, Virgil, he has a new game coming out that is called Particle Fleet. And Particle Fleet is... Ooh, let me reset missions. Nuke 'em. And that should send me back to the beginning. Yep, alright. Now, one of the problems is I have played through this before, so some of the messages aren't going to pop up. I can replay the intro, but he has a new. But what I was saying is, Virgil has a new game, Particle Fleet, coming out. It's kind of a spiritual successor to the Creeper World games. You'll kind of see what this is, and then I'll talk a little bit about Particle Fleet. And the reason why I am is because he has agreed to send me a pre-release kind of beta copy of the game when he gets a little bit closer to it, and it's coming soon. It's getting very close. Particle Fleet is available. It does have a page on Steam. It's not available yet. There's a tentative release date for around the end of September, I think. We'll see where that actually ends up. I don't know if he's not real sure when it's going to be out, but that is the date he has set at the moment. We are going to be definitely doing we're going to definitely be doing some Let's Plays of that. And this is kind of the Creeper World 3 is kind of a throwback a little bit to Creeper World 1 with some other new things in it. And so I'm going to kind of show you some of the play of this. We're going to kind of do some of the basic opening here. I don't want to spoil too much of it for you. There is a storyline that goes through it, and understand that this is Creeper World 3, so there is some backstory and stuff. Not too bad. You can handle playing this and understand what's going on without having played the other two. The other two should be coming to Steam soon, but they are available from his website, KnuckleCracker.com. So, this is just a simple world. The universe, basic story here, right now, the universe has been destroyed by this force called the Creeper. And this being the third one. This is what has happened. And we are eons into the future after Creeper World 2. And we are one person on a ship. We have the capability of automating construction and everything. Everything's automated, controlled from our ship up in space. But we have to operate here on the ground. And they're going to kind of go, I'm just going to kind of skip all this and just kind of show you the gameplay. So when you're starting, we've got some things here. We've got a map. You can see we've got floors. And if you look down at the bottom, you can see on the menu bar, it shows how tall things are. So we're at level 7 if I'm hovering over this. This is level 6, level 5, 4, and this little canyon down here is level 1. So there's a really steep wall between here and here. You can kind of see it represented down here if you look. Boom, 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 like that. We have here a creeper node. It's going to produce 3 creep in an interval of every half second. And this is our target, the shield key that we need to collect. So how do we do this? How does this game work? Well, we're going to drop our command module down and start the game. I've unpaused it. And it's going to tell me what to do. Build 10 collectors. We don't have a whole lot of choice on what all it is we can build. But these are like solar collectors. And they collect from the area around them. See how it's turning green like that? That means that from that area they are collecting energy, which is one of the 2 resources that you deal with on this. Energy is constant and flowing, but it's not, it never runs out, but you're capped on how much you can spend at any one given point in time. So I'm kind of coding this area here with my collectors. This is your beginning method of gathering power, and will be for a little while in the game. There are other options as you go further on out, but I mean, I can go full out crazy on this mission. There's no need for me to go this far. This is actually a really small node, but you can see this blue stuff spreading out from it. This is the creeper. Anything it touches will be destroyed. So if I were to build like one here, if it ever gets that done, I may move this. Let's just move this over here. And then, oh, there, it got destroyed. That was loud. So if the creeper touches that, it's not even constructed yet, but it'll blow up. Maybe I should adjust that sound just a little bit on the sound effects. Let's drop that down there. There we go. Because that is pretty loud. And they want me to make 3 pulse cannons. And this is one of your basic defenses against the creep. So this works like a fluid. It's like a thick, viscous fluid. It will build up over time. And if you look down here again, where the train is, you can see... Alright, so we've got just like a little bit. You can see it getting thicker and thicker as we get closer to the creeper node. Alright? As that's getting thicker, it spreads out. It will overflow. It follows fluid dynamics. It's down in a valley, so it's going to have to build up and spill over the top. Well, I've got these 3 particle cannons. And what they do is they will shoot at the creeper and they can destroy small parts of it. So you can kind of keep it pushed back, right? But how do you destroy this? You have to have a nullifier. You got to build it close enough to actually target that particular node. So now, and you can see there's different kinds of packets. There's white ones that are building. There's red ones that are giving these guys ammo. So you can see there's a constant drain on my energy source. You can see it going up and down up here. But I did kind of overbuild on this. This is not going to be a good score for this. It's going to cap it off. Or this is going to destroy that and push it out. And then it'll be gone. This is the only way to destroy them, is you have to use these nullifiers. It's going to get armed now. It's getting ammo. Takes a lot. Spins up here. And then... boom. Alright, and then we get this thing left. This is a pretty cool thing. Alright, so this is what's called a... I'll just put a guy there. It's called a power node. And so you can see, this is how much range this guy has. The little white around him. But you put him on a power node, it increases tremendously, and he shoots much faster. And he's going to kind of push all that back for me, so I don't have to worry about it. He's going to run out of ammo here, though, but no big deal. He's reconnected now, so he'll start getting ammo. And we've gotten the shield key. And this is how you progress through the story, is you can submit your score. I'm not going to submit that one. That one's pretty bad. But now that I have the shield key, that blue aura that was around Carcier is gone. I can go here now. And you have a... oh, I can't warp yet, so... Let me finish this. And then it's going to allow me to warp to another place. So every system you go into will have a different number of planets. There is kind of an order. Sometimes you can jump around between, like maybe there's 3 in the middle and you can go to any of those 3 to unlock, you know, the one that's shielded. This one that's shielded will always have this command node, whatever you want to call it. And we have to, you know, destroy it in order to leave the sector. And so we are going to get reconnected here with what is already here. That's kind of the smartest thing to do. And we're going to get something new here. You know, what is this? It's a technology. Now, this is how you find them. They're just kind of scattered around. You find the technologies, and then you gain all sorts of advantages. Whatever it is, I can now build whatever this is once I connect to it. Now, and as you can see, I've kind of overdone my energy. It's negative, but that's going to sort itself out pretty quick. This is not an optimal start to this. I just kind of threw down a bunch of collectors. And now we've got that. And what is it? It's a relay. Relays let you connect over long distances, but they don't collect energy like collectors do. But you have to have everything connected to your network in order for it to continue to get ammo and stuff. Get energy. So how are we going to do this? Well, let's get a collector there, or relay. I'm kind of maybe overdoing this again. We have a node here. Is quite a little bit more powerful than the one that we faced before. Just on the rate that it's putting out. It's putting out 6 instead of 3, and it's doing it every 0.03 seconds instead of every half a second. Then we're going to get up here, wait for this to all build. I see I built up on top of these mountains, so they're protected from the creeper, for now anyway. It's probably going to overflow here. You can see how much there is down here. So see how much there is. There's almost 4 levels. No, what? 4.5 levels of creeper right here that's building up to try to spill over onto this. So it wouldn't hurt for me to make maybe a couple cannons. This is a pretty easy level, and I'm going somewhat optimal in it. And these early levels are kind of slow and boring, but they do teach you well. Virgil does a really good job of teaching you the tips and tricks. There are people that can beat these missions in, 12 seconds. I don't know how they do it. They must land this over here somewhere, somehow. I don't know how. It has to be flat ground, so we have all these little divots and stuff in here. You two, come over here. You just land over here. Let's get that nullifier out, and we're going to build it right there. This is really all we need to do. I could put one over here too, couldn't I? Let's build a relay to connect that one. And we can destroy both these nodes. This is the one that matters, though. I don't even think I have to destroy that one. So we'll let it go. Also, packets flowing over relays travel faster. So you can see kind of the speed that they go here. And then it speeds up suddenly, and they're flying down through here. So you can build a network of collectors, but then if I were to build like relays that went out across here to connect to my other relay system, it's going to use that to transfer everything down through the relays because it's going to be way faster. Now everything's going to switch over, and it's all going to go on the relay path. And we're about to destroy this one. Boom. And I've claimed victory. I can continue playing. It automatically blows that up, though. And some people like to do things like continue playing, and then I don't know what this guy's going to do. There's nothing there. And then like clean all the creeper up, make sure everything's gone and cleaned up and safe, and then I don't know what that guy's going to do. Nothing, I guess. So we'll exit. We'll leave the world. We've already beaten it, so it doesn't matter. And now we can go to the sector map, and you can see there's all these areas. Now, when you first play through, you have to unlock like Tormented Space, Prospector Zone, and the Alpha Sector. And you do that by playing through these missions. You don't have to do these ones, Apex and Cliff, but you're going to miss out on some technology if you don't. It makes it a little bit harder. So we would go to the next world. It's going to have another warp inhibitor here. That's what this little whatever that is, red circle. It's got the warp inhibitor on it. Far York is shielded. This one's shielded. All I can do is go to Telos. If I go to Telos, then we are going to see I need to get another key right here. Another shield key that'll open up, I think, Far York. And then Far York will unlock the one in the middle. And this is I am kind of blazing through this. I'm not trying too hard. This is right here another technology that we're going to get. I'll show you something kind of weird. This won't connect to the technologies directly. I have to build like a collector or something in order to connect to it. And then we're going to spread out across here with collectors. And we're going to get a base of power going. What I picked up is the reactor. It's very expensive to build. But once you do, it makes power, and it makes a lot more per each one constructed than a collector does. Even the most efficient collector that you can build. It has to be, the collectors have to be connected to each other, and they only get power based on how much green they have. So this one has a wall here, so it can only do this much. It doesn't get anything for these holes either. And if they overlap, it doesn't get you more. It just doesn't work that way. But let's go ahead and build some reactors. 1, 2. How are we doing? 3. I'm just looking at my energy usage up here. 3, I think, is about as many as I can build at one time. So a collector, it's only going to give you like 0.1 energy. That's a full powered one, maybe a little bit more than that. These guys each give you, I believe it's half an energy point. So we're at 4.5, we're at 4.9, 5.3, and 5.6. Alright, so 0.4 at the moment. And we'll get some more reactors. And you can see, we've kind of landed in this castle, as it were. And we are trying, we're going to have to get to here. Now I can go out this way and I can destroy this, I can go out this way and destroy this, or I can kind of ignore these and just go on about my day, which is probably more along the lines of what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out here and we are going to build, so once, we'll wait here a second for the reactors I built to get finished. Once they start completing, it won't take long. And we can speed it up if we want. There we go. Sped it up. Now let's get some particle cannons built. 4, 5, 6. That'll work. I think that's enough. I probably need one more. And let's go ahead and get a relay out to here and a relay out to here. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and wait for these to get fully armed. I am running low on power, so maybe I should build me another reactor or two. Alright, so you come here, you fly here, and they will fly wherever you tell them to go, and they will land. They will land in the creeper if you want them to. That's not a problem. They don't care. They are robot controlled, basically. There's like no people inside of these machines, these defenses, these structures. None of this is powered by people. It's all robotic. We are sending these work packets out here to get things done. And we are going to push our way up into this part. I'm just going to go straight through. Again, I'm not being super optimal on any of this. Like I said, people can beat these things in a few seconds. And I'll show you that after I complete this one. They can beat it in like moments. I'm not at that point in the game where I can do that. My skill level is not quite there. There's a few that I've figured out really fast strategies for, and if you go to their forums, people kind of give you advice on what you should or should not do, what the best choices are here going forward. But we're going to slowly push this all back. Maybe I'll build a couple more of these. Just draw a line. There we go. 5 of them, I guess. Hope we don't run out of power before I get those 5 completed. Now these guys over here aren't going to do a lot. They're not using a lot of power. These guys in front are, but it's going to be fine. Alright, so let's push this forward a little bit. And let's put you there. Let's put you there. I'm overbuilding. I'm just kind of taking my time. So, if you want to go for speed runs, you're more than capable of doing it. Lots of people do. I don't usually bother to do that. I'm more of a... Honestly, most of the time, I would rather do, like, complete everything type stuff, you know, where I clean the whole level out, get rid of every node, do that kind of stuff. We can zoom in here and you can see some of the action. It looks fairly simple, but I'm telling you, if you play this game, you're going to find that it's anything but simple. It's actually fairly complex once you get into it. This is, again, the early game. Not a lot going on at this point. But we're going to get up here. And as soon as I can push back and clean out enough of this creeper around this particular node. Now, these ones are smaller, this one's bigger. And we are going to destroy it here in just a minute, and then I'll connect up here and get the key, and we'll get onto this mission. Particle Fleet, though, is a completely different type of game than this. Similar concepts of all this fluid dynamics. I really wish I could show you a good one that really shows the fluid dynamics on it. You can kind of see it here, but we're still kind of in the tutorial levels. They're not going to send us an overwhelming wall of creeper at us yet. They will later. They'll have no problem doing it later. But for now, not so much. Let's go ahead and move him up here onto this. He's going to clean this all up really fast. And that way I can get me a relay up here. But you can see how fast he shoots in comparison to his friends, who just kind of fire. You know, they're just kind of bang, bang, bang. There are upgrades that you can get for these later on. But for now, all I have to do is complete this. This will launch, and then we'll be done. Out of here. Let's get out of here. We got the Far York Shield Key. Oh, they do want me to get rid of these. Alright. I didn't know that I would have to be quite honest. I didn't really expect to have to. And you can see what that's done. Alright, you go there. You go there. You go there. Let's put a relay down here as soon as this gets cleaned up a little bit. Alright, we're going to try to get that built in. Uh-oh, this guy's out of power. Oh, he blowed up. That's alright. We've got him connected. He's getting ammo now. I can move you forward. And you can come down here and guard this, because it's going to leak in here and destroy this if I don't do something. And if we want a big boost, we can throw a reactor down here, and that will get lots of power once that gets completed being built. Let's do that. You get up here. How close do I need this to be? Shoot. This relay broke. Now cleaning this out will keep the pressure off these guys a little bit so that I can maybe get this down and keep it from getting destroyed. Basically the whole mass of the creeper is like, it's more like molasses or soap than anything else. It's really thick, it flows slowly, but the more that you have piled up over here, the faster it'll spread. So if I kind of clean some of this out and make the pressure less out towards the center, then things get better. Things will be better. Okay, you come here. I don't know why this guy's not shooting. Oh, because he has no ammo? That would be why. So we're going to start getting him ammo now. There's that. That one's gone. And they do want me to destroy all of them this time around. It's not always the case. But sometimes it is. We'll just move these guys up here. That's fine. Let's throw a relay down. Let's connect that guy into here. And we'll clean up a bunch of this. The creeper does evaporate. If it's too thin, it does slowly evaporate and disappear. So if I get it thin enough, it'll just start, you'll see it start pulling back from here. It'll start evaporating fairly soon. You can probably see it down here in a minute. There it goes, it's starting to pull back a little bit. It'll probably do another tick here in a second. Maybe not, I don't know. But we've done that. But you can see here, 29.4 seconds. See, people really have a lot of speed going on here. I mean, I took 11 minutes. That's not even on the top 250. So I'm not going to bother committing that. But this game really, all of the games, Creeper World 2, 3, they all have a story. This is you, Skarsgård Abraxas. This is Leah. This is like the computer entity on your ship that is talking to you. And you find out in this one that, like I said, many eons, many universes have come and gone. I don't know about universes, but like things have come and gone in this world. And it is many, what do you want to call it? Peoples, species, societies have come and gone. It's very kind of dark, actually, this third one. Everything has died. You're the only thing left. You don't even know why you're alive. You're not even sure you are alive. You're just stuck on this ship in some sort of life support system, and you're just trying to survive. And I'm just kind of doing a little bit of goof in here, actually. I don't really need to do all this, but I'll show you what I'm doing here in a minute. There we go. I want to be able to get out to this, because that is a technology that we need to really be able to get this particular world done. I kind of need that technology right away, and we'll get some power set up. Now it's going to go this way. Oh, and this way too. Alright. I wasn't sure this was going to connect. I was trying to actually make it not connect, but that didn't work. And I'm starved for power. I'm not building in the correct progression. It's accessing too many of these nodes at one time to be able to build them all efficiently. So I'm in the negative a lot. But each one I build should make it slightly better power-wise and so on and so forth. But I hope you guys can see the potential. This one's kind of unique. This one's kind of fun. So we have these craters here with these nodes at the bottom, and they're slowly filling up. They're pushing their way up to come up on top. And I need to stop that. I need to keep them trapped down there in those craters so that they do not overwhelm me. So now I'm building these 3 mortars. This new thing that we have. It fires a shot up in the air and then back down onto the creeper, destroying a large portion of it, like clear to the bedrock. So it does make a huge dent in these big, thick pools of creeper. And this is going to be our primary defense in this particular map, as it were. Alright, so this one's done. Get there. You come down here. You get down here. And this is actually enough for the second to keep me safe. See, now watch this fire. Boom! It just really makes a dent in the creeper. It tries to flow back out and level out. You should see it's flowed up onto this ledge, but you should see it going down. See, it's getting pulled back down in here to try to level stuff out. So we're gonna need some more mortars though. Let's go ahead and build 3 more, and let's get some more power going. This one I'm not going to use much in the way of reactors. You don't really need to. I'm not doing a super awesome job here. Again, I am just kind of playing and talking to you guys. I really like these games. I can't wait for Particle Fleet to come out, and that one, you're not stuck on a planet or something like this. You are set in space. You have ships, your fleet, as it were, and you are able to... Come on, build this faster, please. Let's just do that. That'll make it go both directions when it's building. You don't need a whole lot of help down here. This one's kind of easy to keep pushed back. But these guys, it can come out both sides. So if I don't cover both sides, then I'm going to have a hard time. I do have to destroy all of these. And you always need cannons to kind of push a little bit into your enemies here or into the creeper and hold it back while you slowly advance. There are some people that are way better at this than me, and you'll see that. Like, I'm not going to get a good time on this. I don't know if you guys have ever played any of these creeper games. I strongly suggest, if you haven't, to try it out. There is some versions of this, like smaller versions of Creeper World 1 and 2. I don't know about 3, but Creeper World 1 and 2, there are some smaller versions available on Congregate. So if you go to congregate.com, you can play and type in Creeper World. You will find some web-based versions of this, but it's less intuitive than this. But if you play it and you get a little bit of enjoyment out of the ones on Congregate, then you should come back here. Go to Steam, try out Creeper World 3, go to his website, his blog, KnuckleCracker.com. You can order and buy directly from him Creeper World 1 and 2. They are pretty well worth it, in my opinion. I have no complaints with that. Why did you guys not go? Whatever. We'll just build. There. Okay. Come on. Move over here. There we go. That's what we want. Why are you not moving? Move. There we go. I must be right-clicking. Out of practice. You'll see... I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. I feel like I'm shouting over the music. I really like the music. It kind of gets in your head. These games just kind of, they suck you in, and you're just constantly always making progress, and the fluid is flowing, and you get a version of Creeper that you can use as a weapon, and it's all really kind of awesome, in my opinion. I can't stress how much I do enjoy playing these games, how many hours I can sink into these. Creeper World 1 and Creeper World 2 I sunk hours and hours and hours. One of the best parts about this particular games or set of games is that Virgil is included in his indie game method for people to make their own maps and to mod those maps. He's got his own little programming language. In this one, it's called Kerpel, CRPL, and it allows you to edit and change all this stuff and make it however you want it to be. It's actually really, really neat. Some of the things people have come up with, they've figured out how to turn this entire game on its head so that you play as the creeper, and you start with like one little creeper node and maybe a spore tower, and those spore towers just like lob these blobs randomly onto the map that then spill out. When they hit the ground, they spill out and spread creeper everywhere. You do have defenses, of course, that you can build to prevent that, but that's what it is. And then you play as the creeper, and you have to take over an entire map full of defenses that they've put up, and it's very interesting. Everything that people have come up with, all the ideas people have come up with. I can tell you that I have never been bored with this game. I've never reached a point where I'm like, okay, I don't want to play, I'm bored, I want to go do something else. It's more, what can I find here? What is it that I can do different? Usually I have to decide whether or not I have the time to sit down and play this, because I will invest so much time into it that it's not good. Like I said, anybody who's ever really gotten into Civilization games knows what I mean. That one more turn syndrome, that one more map syndrome, or even down to, I'm just going to get one more node, and pushing into it, and you just, next thing you know, it's morning, and you were supposed to be in bed a while ago, is what usually happens to me. Okay, you're going to have to move, because you're going to die if you don't. There we go. Now you can come back. So you see I pushed this one with 4 mortars instead of using the laser cannons, but you can do however you want. Oh, I got to get this thing. There we go. Or whatever. There. Build that. And then we'll get our key, and we can get out of here. And I'll show you some of the different maps that people have made in this particular, here, 32 seconds. People have beat this in 32 seconds. Amazing. I don't know how they do, but we're going to go back to Origin. And you have like a tormented space. You just kind of work your way through here, trying to free as many of these different systems as you can. And these are kind of random maps that are on here. They've all been kind of looked at, though, and they have other gameplay things in it. But you do it the same kind of way. You have to unlock all the planets have shields around them until you can get here, and then you have to destroy that, and then you can warp somewhere else. I haven't done a lot of these, of the Tormented Space. Prospector Zone is pretty much the same thing. You go through here, and you can do the same thing, except that you find these special upgrades that you can use, and you can bring those from one map to another in order to be able to get through it all. Here you can make your own maps. We could create one. It's just a random map, and then I can even edit it, and I can do things like put rocks here, and then and make it taller, or make it shorter. Like maybe I want some really tall rocks in the middle. There we go, and I can do all that stuff. So we're not gonna do this though. I'm gonna cancel out of this. I'm gonna try to cancel out of this. There we go. We're gonna leave this world. And I can make my projects, and I can always come back and work on it more and what have you. And then the people who do that, oh, here's the alpha sector. This one's pretty interesting. This is all alpha levels that people made when the game was still in alpha. These are some of the better ones. And so people have made all these games, and then you can go in here and you can try them out, whoever you want. Muad'Dib is one. The areas are named after the person who made them. He's made lots of very interesting maps here that you can try out. Different sizes, super flat, Thunder Bluff, islands. This guy, he's made it up and down all over the place, so you have to kind of do stuff. But that's Alpha Sector. There's a lot of interesting things in there. But Colonial Space is where this game pays for itself. We've got how many pages here? 231 pages of maps that you can play. You can search through, play different kinds. You can do the play as Creeper. I'm just going to search for that real quick, and you'll see. All right, so we've got like 6 pages of people who put play as Creeper. Sometimes they put PAC as the actual. There, I got more. But these are all versions of playing as the Creeper. You start and you have to, push your way through. Some of them are very heavily scripted and are completely different than normal gameplay would be. The play as Creeper ones are kind of difficult until you learn how to kind of control it, kind of what you need to do to make the Creeper work in your favor. Because like I said, every time you start, I don't know if you can see here. See, there's a full-on base here, and you start right here. So you have to kind of like try to conquer and push your way through all this. Every one of these power nodes that you take back, you can put down another Creeper node or spore tower. You can. It's a very different thing. You guys, I cannot suggest enough to get this game. Try this out. Go to the KnuckleCracker forums.
Okay.
But if you can go to the KnuckleCracker forums, you can see all the discussion about Creeper World 1, 2, 3, Game 4, which we know now is called Particle Fleet. And you should check out KnuckleCracker here on YouTube. KNuCracker is the name. I'll put the link down below. Just check out some of his videos. See what you think. Watching it just makes me want to play. And he has released that soon it will be coming out. He shows a little bit of gameplay. Slightly early, well, about midway probably after the tutorial gameplay. And there you'll see it is a very interesting thing. So check out the links down below. Take a look. Like I said, I will be doing a preview of the alpha, or not alpha, but the beta, pre-release beta type thing. And if we're lucky, I might even be able to do a interview and talk to Virgil about his new game and all these games as they come. This is just, I can't geek out enough about the Creeper World games. They really intrigue me. I can spend hours and hours and hours playing this game. So maybe check it out. It's not that much. Like I said, you can get a little taste of it on Congregate. I will tell you, the Congregate demos they need to kind of feel like a complete game. The difficulty on the Congregate demos spikes rapidly, and you will probably have a hard time finishing it. Understand that the released games, the full games, are not like that. They are a much more gradual increase. I'm not saying that you won't fail sometimes, but regardless of how hard it is, it's never taken me more than maybe 1 or 2 tries to go, oh, I get what's going on, or I know what I need to do now. And I think you'll enjoy it, guys. Try it out. Thanks for watching. I hope you do enjoy it. And we'll be back to Mindfold Paradox here in a little bit. Just had a little bit of trouble with it crashing on me while playing. It did about 3 times, so I had to... I decided not to release that video. It was pretty bad. It was kind of a bad video. Me dealing with these crashes. Didn't lose any progress or gain any progress either, but it will be coming back here, but it'll probably be a little bit less often than it has been, just simply because it's a lot of me. I made a resonant tank and a resonant satchel and Invar crap that I don't need, armor and all that stuff. Nothing very exciting. So until I kind of get to something at least interests me enough to think that you guys might want to see it, it's gonna be a little bit slower. I'll be doing a lot of playing on that off camera and then updating you guys with what we find. So oh, last thing, dial map device. You can just come in here and then dial up what kind of map. How big do you want it to be? Maximum size, 16 by 9, 16 by 10, 4 by 3, 1 by 1. This will make it completely square. I can't make it any bigger than that. We can change the theme of it to a different graphics. It all stays the same except for the graphics on it. I can put all sorts of things here. I can change how many resources there are, how many enemies there are, what units. Is there a cap on how many I can build? Like maybe I say you can only have 10 collectors, and then that's it. You can have 10 collectors, unlimited relays, 20 reactors, and maybe none of this or none of that. You can customize what it is everybody has and what you can build and so on and so forth. So it's pretty interesting. Like I said, this just randomizes it. If I don't like this one, I can just reset it. I can just change the random seed. Oh, okay, here's something similar. Nope, random seed, random seed, random seed, until I get something that I like. It's pretty cool. There's always stuff to do on this. The amount of gameplay that you can get out of this game for its price is insane. And all of them have been this way. Creeper 1, 2, and 3. So, again, check out KnuckleCracker.com. Check him out on YouTube. He's got some videos up of the older games and of the new one that's coming out, Particle Fleet. And I will see you guys all later. Bye!